Did any royal actually meet Lily Diana? According to senior members of the royal household, there's no diary entry or indeed any recollection of the Queen having ever met Lily Diana. Royal expert Neil Sean allegedly says in his last YouTube episode, "Back in June, The Sun reported that Lily and Her Majesty met amid trooping the colour. Meghan and Harry wanted to bring a photographer to capture their meeting, but were told no. Apparently the royals were concerned that the photo would be shared. Harry and Meghan wanted their photographer to capture the moment Lilibet met the Queen, a source said, but they were told no chance, it was a private family meeting. Lilibet and her brother have not had any titles bestowed on them since the death of the Queen. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children are not likely to be given royal titles due to one key reason. A constitutional expert has claimed. When Charles III became king, the Sussexes' children became entitled to be called Prince and Princess. There was speculation that the king would officially anoint his youngest grandchildren with their new titles in the near future. However, this has not happened yet. Bob Morris said that this is because the young royals live abroad. Asked whether Archie and Lilibet would be officially anointed Prince and Princess and if they would be given HRH titles, Mr. Morris said, "Well, that's a matter for the king, but I'm not sure it will happen. I think it will be very difficult to do if they're living abroad." He continued, "I mean, one of the reasons why Harry can't be a Councillor of State is that he lives abroad. It's nothing personal, it's just because they're not here. Meghan and Harry's children are still titled Master Archie Mountbatten Windsor and Miss Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor on the royal family's official website." Mr. Morris said he can't think of any historical precedent for the Sussex children's situation. Meanwhile, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were blasted for releasing rival photo to the palace portrait. They released the portrait just a day after Buckingham Palace released the first official picture of King Charles with his Queen consort. The Sussexes' timing left the Daily Mail's royal editor Rebecca English puzzled. She explained, "It was very curious. Harry and Meghan had two lovely pictures taken of them by one of their great friends when they attended the One Young World Summit just before the Queen died. It begs the question, why suddenly release them now? These were taken a month ago." I don't know the answer to that question. It is puzzling. Royal commentator Andrew Pearce jumped in, claiming it was an example of them not wanting to be forgotten by the public. He added, "It was all me, me, me. I actually thought the timing was pitiful." The Sussexes are allegedly set for a reconciliation with members of the royal family, but only after the memoir Netflix series are released. One insider has labelled the pair as arrogant and deluded, after the pair's previous comments on racism within the firm and the parenting skills of King Charles. The pair is said to have avoided criticising the 96-year-old monarch because are now set to make changes to the memoir and Netflix series because its criticism of other members of the royal family. Changes to the memoir include reducing the criticism of King Charles and the Queen consort Camilla Parker Bowles. Both the memoir and the Netflix show are set for release before the end of this year, but major changes could be on the cards according to one insider. An insider said, next year, 2023, was to be their reconciliation year. They've always been careful to not criticise the monarch, they've always tried to be respectful to the Queen, but the Queen has now died and Charles and Camilla are the King and Queen. Clearly this reconciliation attempt would never work if they've been critical of the new monarch or both.